Alright. Good thing set up. Because I didn't fully set up things. Because I was watching anime till the last possible moment. There's the chat. And let's make my avatar move, shall we? Okay. Okay. Oop. Hit one of my hotkeys, but on the wrong window. So we're starting with the Miku versus Amami track, which was the featured one this time around. And hello plus ultra. And opening an awe. And 8-bit Utopia. And retro. And AAA. Hello everybody. Let's see. So this one, I was trying to go for like a little bit of like Japanese pop rock, and then like I'm gonna have sections where I'm gonna have the vocals glitch. I don't have any vocals on this yet because vocals come later. This is the beginning AAA, but vocals will come later. But there are gonna be sections where it turns into like future bass, or not fully future bass, but like future bass-esque. Let's just go ahead and give it a listen, see where it is currently. That's first things first. I know that it's kind of becoming the meme, but like drum production is first thing, because that's where I leave off before I start streaming. So we're gonna start putting some EQs on these drums as well as a bunch of other stuff. I see the chat's moving pretty quickly. I will get right on talking to you guys in just a moment. Haruka is a character from Idolmaster, spelled with an at instead of an A. Let's see. Compressors. Yeah, drumming up something. Always the first thing I tackle is... Well, it's not the very first thing I tackle when I'm working on songs, but it seems to be the first thing I tackle on stream. Because I finish writing them, but I don't start mixing. It's usually the drums that I end up wrapping up, and then I'm like, okay, this is ready to start streaming. I would like to songwrite on stream at some point, but I'm a little bit anxious that if I were to write songs on stream, I would get stuck somewhere, because sometimes you just get stuck when you're working on a song, and when you're like writing the song, sometimes you can just get stuck, and I wouldn't want to just be stuck trying to figure out a part on stream. That feels like it'd be an awkward experience for everybody. That's way too much reverb. Yeah, there was someone pretending to upload a song of mine, a Bill Cipher versus Discord track, and They lied and said it was by me, and it was definitely not by me. I did no such thing. Next we're on toms. While I'm at it, I'm just gonna copy this version of this plugin over a little closer to what I want for everything. Speeding things up. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound AAA. It doesn't sound too far off of something I would write for that track, but it's it was definitely not something I did. I have no idea what song that actually is. Okay, let's go back over to the kick drum, because that's what needs to be worked on. Oh, hope I didn't delete anything there. Hello again, Mr. Lockhart. It can be either, Lofty. Sometimes they have like, hey, can you specifically use this part? And other times they're just like, in general, can you reference this? So it could be either. Yeah, once I get these drums tweaked how I want, once I get these drums tweaked how I want, I'll play through the song so you guys can hear what I've got going on for it. Looks like there's literally one time that the ride gets hit in this song, so. Thanks, Dylan. Me not understanding why a person would be compelled to do that. I don't know of a fictional Marx, but I'd like to see Kefka blow up the real Marx. That'd be funny. Music making apps on mobile. If you're on iPhone, there's a couple good ones. Andrew Huang came out with a good one recently. I don't remember the name of it, but then there's also GarageBand for mobile is pretty good. But on Android, you don't really have any good music making options, which is kind of unfortunate because I would also like to make music on mobile sometimes when I'm like out and I want to like write down an idea to bring to my main studio. I don't think I actually did both parts of this, so. Okay, I did. Neutron. Excuse me. Other than this one, it's both of a CSK Ramshages, which are Rhea versus Getsis, which is a Pokemon versus Fire Emblem, and then Rayquaza versus Bahamut, which is Pokemon versus Final Fantasy. And I'm pretty happy with those two. Those two are coming together really well. Hatsune Miku is a Vocaloid. She's kind of her own intellectual property. Like, she's a kind of a standalone thing. I appreciate your enthusiasm, Daniel Agosto, but I'm not currently taking more commissions, as I've said, I think, every day so far this week. That I'm currently just going to be focusing on this batch. Let's see. Um, and Caden de Monkey. I'm okay. I'm not overworking myself. What I'm doing right now is I'm working on the songs in the morning, and then I'm taking a couple hours of a lunch break to like relax, and then I stream. Hello, fish. I will naturally do as you ask. I'll see you in 5 minutes, buddy. I'm not streaming every day, Zombie Snake. I'm planning on streaming just weekdays, Monday through Friday, and then I will rinse and repeat. I'm gonna take the weekends off, and by taking the weekends off, what that really means is focusing on my personal projects that I've got going on. All right. So there's not too much more that needs to be done with this. What do you think so far, 8-bit? Since you're here to catch your song being made. What did I have for lunch? I had a couple Lunchables, basically. Not really Lunchables, but like Cracker Barrel brand. It was like crackers and meat and cheese. I didn't feel like having a big lunch, especially not right before streaming. I ever since I had my surgery, if I eat too much, I tend to not be able to. Trying to think of a good way to put this. I burp a lot. Like if I eat too much, I burp a lot, and I don't want to do that on stream. So because the organ that they took out of me, the gallbladder, is what helps digest fats, and if you don't have a gallbladder, you apparently burp a lot when you eat fatty foods like cheese or milk or anything with fats in it, really. Yes, Brian, the vocals are definitely, it's going to be, I'm thinking either two female singers, or I might go in and do the extra effort and make the Miku side of things actually be a vocoder, but that's like a lot of work. I'm on the fence about it, because like it'd be really authentic and it might sound really cool, but it's also just so much work to code a vocoder to say all the lyrics you want it to say when you want it to say them. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I'm putting you in timeout, Daniel, because I've said this so many times across the entire week, and if you're not, like, I don't know what else to do here. Like, I don't want, I want to talk with people about what's going on with the songs that we're currently working on. Yep, that's us experiencing glitches by this synth that I was telling you about yesterday. How sometimes if you stop the synth early, it just thinks that the note never ends. Let's hear that. What that changed. Actually, let's continue doing what I was doing with the chords here. This is my favorite anime. Kind of a hard choice. I don't know. Just so much good anime with different genres, different, like, I have different favorites for different styles of anime. Less of that in my life, please. Yes, I would probably be down for a battle royale or a same series fight. I had a lot of fun making the Mega Man battle royale after all. Hey Swats, what's going on, man? I'm gonna be re-recording my verse for that thing we're working on together, Swats, probably tomorrow. I plan on doing a couple vocal things tomorrow. Have you heard anything from Sparks about it? Was this spoilers? This is spoilers for a few of the people in chat here. Kind of bums me out that you guys hear that I'm working with Sparks and Swats on something, and your first impression is that we're gonna remake What's Up Danger. What's Up Danger is already perfect for what it is. We're doing something else. It's gonna be really cool. All right. So I'm considering maybe doing a guitar solo here, but it's another one of these cases where it's already a pretty full section, and I don't know if I should. Like, well, yeah, because this is gonna have vocals. I don't think I want to, because it's like a vocalist fight. I think I'm gonna leave it as more space for vocals, just all the space for vocals. You find it hard. AAA finds it hard to read chat and watch the video at the same time. I promise I understand. Try working on a song while trying to read chat at the same time. If you guys ever wonder why I say such stupid stuff sometimes, it's because I'm like trying to split my brain in two and have like half my brain focus on one thing and half on the other. But yeah, 8-bit, if you said what you think so far of the track, I actually didn't get a chance to see. So what do you think so far? You're the one who commissioned this, right? Start slapping Neutron on everything. Well, first let's listen to the Break Tweaker drums here. I'm kind of curious what... I'm glad you're liking it, 8-bit. I mean, I said earlier, Emerald Hero, that that Amami is from Idolmaster, spelled master spelled with an at instead of an A, and that Hatsune Miku is her own property. She's not from anything. She's from Hatsune Miku. She's like a virtual Japanese singer. I've got some predictions for Season 8 of Death Battle Retro, but it's kind of unfair because I've got a pretty solid idea of what's coming. We still haven't... still no guarantees, but I've got a pretty solid idea. I think a Vocaloid is a type of instrument, not an intellectual property. I could be wrong on that, though. You got... Okay, well, that's getting a timeout. I really love these thick anime guitar chords. Just like, they're so thick and juicy. Just the guitar alone makes me happy. If you guys remember C2A, the guest guitarist on Mega Mania, which it kind of bums me out that that's what you guys mostly know him for, probably, but he's a fantastic musician in his own right. And the guitar tones I'm using for this song are actually guitar tones he gave me, because he's a very anime, like, inspired guitarist. And so I was like, I'm doing an anime style track, and I thought that it'd be really good to use C2's tones for the anime style track. And these thick guitar chords, they sound so good. What is the fire song? What do you mean, Garyon Pope? Garion Pope? Yes, there's going to be vocals on this Flaming Kitty. It's something that someone paid for vocals for. Let's see. Slap a little bit more compression and EQ on this. Excuse me. Everyone's gonna think that I'm like dying because I'm always coughing, when really it's just that I You use a jewel pod and it hits pretty harsh. I really need to bring that out more, because I feel like you can hardly hear these chords. Yeah, I have the cornholio sickness. Thanks, Swats. I'm honestly kind of losing track of all the I'm losing track of all the tracks I've worked on. It's like I'll open up a session and I'll be like, I don't remember what I did for this at all, and then I'll listen and be like, oh yeah, this is okay. I've just gone into a trance. I took on a bunch of commissions and I just basically have been going into like a trance state of mind. Like I've been entering an alternate state of consciousness and just pumping out songs like a factory, because that's what I'm meant to do. I'm a one-man glass factory, but the glass is actually music. I think if we're gonna EQ, we should probably do this section. Yeah, we're still on Miku versus Haruka here. This glitch effect. Alright, it's a bit cooler than it was. And that's all we're looking for. We just want to make everything just a little bit cooler than it was. And for this, I think I'm also going to treat it like it's a guitar, even though it's not, it's a synth. I think I answered this yesterday, Retro, but my favorite Dragon Ball girl is, in Dragon Ball Super, Future Mai. Future Mai is really cute to me. I don't know, something about her is just really endearing to me. And then, aside from that, Caulifla. Caulifla is also very appealing to me. Let's see. Now let's try slapping on a master, or like a master compression. Master limiter. It's a bit of both. Well, naturally Frieza is best girl. Frieza is best girl, but that doesn't make Frieza my favorite. Although Frieza is probably my favorite overall character in Dragon Ball, just so villainous and mean. And I love the dynamic between Goku and Frieza, because it's like neither of their characters have the capacity of changing who they are, so they just are forever in conflict. My favorite song I've been making currently. I'm really enjoying a lot of these, to be honest. Okay, so let's give this a listen through real quick, because I think this one was pretty close. It was closer than I thought it was. I thought I was going to have to work on this more before. But, and 8-bit as well. Just let me know if there's any tweaks you want me to make while I'm in the session here. So the game plan with this is I'm gonna have, like, during all these guitar parts and stuff, during these sections, like, there's gonna be singing here and singing here and here. And then instead of doing singing for, like, the choruses, what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna have, like, chops, vocal chops and glitch sounds for this section here. So it won't be full vocals, it'll be like glitches and chops, and I think that'll sound really cool. Sure thing, Fish. I think we might have just timed him out for 10 minutes. Let's see. Bizarro versus Goku Black, it's just alive in reverse. Or just like, I'll transpose all of Alive to be reversed so it doesn't sound crappy and backwards, but I'll, like, play every single note in the song in the backwards order so it still sounds cohesive and like a song, but just backwards. Well, okay. I think Dragon Ball GT isn't canon to the timeline. I mean, it doesn't necessarily. It's not that it necessarily isn't. You would just have to find your reason why they can't do why they can't access God Key anymore, and then you could place it after Dragon Ball Super. But yeah, I also ascribe to the theory that GT is an alternate timeline. An alternate, far worse timeline. I actually greatly prefer. I greatly prefer Super over GT. Okay, let's pop over to Rayquaza versus Bahamut, because I made some good progress on that this morning that I'm really excited to show. Because I realized that it was the Final Fantasy VI version of Bahamut, so I was able to use some snippets from Decisive Battle from Final Fantasy VI. To do vocal glitches and stuff, Ryan, all you gotta do is take the vocal stem. One moment. Okay. All you have to do is take the vocal stem, like the waveform, and just chop it up. Like you just make some splice edits, and you just like select different little bits like this, and then you just take it and you just copy and paste it here and here and here, and then that same little bit of the vocal will be in those 3 different spots, and then you can pan it around to, like, left and right to make it sound like wide. My favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy VI, which is the one I'm referencing here. I need to bring these bells back. Yes, it's the same choir plugin. Synth solo. Kind of want to... I feel like if I add it musically, it makes a lot of sense to add the pad back in here and let the pad kind of just fade for a little bit. But I feel like every time I do this, the client is always like, I want it to end abruptly. So all of the commission songs end abruptly. But... and then like the bells maybe. Like, nobody cares about post-death scenes anymore. Later, Daniel Wood. Maybe just the bells at the end here. It's like really demented ending. Yeah, it's not that they specifically, not that the person who commissioned this track specifically asked for it to be an abrupt ending, but it feels like every time I do an ending that actually has a fade out, people are always like, they want it to end abruptly. And hey, there you are, Carl. Are you okay with me putting a little bit of extra time here at the end so that there's like a post final hit? Because I want it to kind of have, I don't know, just this ambience at the end, something a little sinister sounding. Because I feel like that would be a better ending than just having it end abruptly. Anyway, yeah, Carl, let's go ahead and play through this song since this is yours. Rayquaza does not have its own theme music. It shares the same theme music with Kyogre and Groudon. Lofty, what I do is I just happen to know a fair bit about copyright law, so I know what I can get away with, basically. No, this one doesn't have lyrics purple. And then the software I use is called Pro Tools. I don't think Groudon did get a commission. There's two Rayquazas and a Kyogre, but no Groudon. Rainbow, you go ahead and be an Eevee. Even if you retract the message, you're welcome to be an Eevee. And I'll be a Glaceon. I'm kind of taking it back. I don't think I like this ending as much. I think I just want it to... I think in this specific case, I do want it to end abruptly. But I want to have longer, drawn-out endings on other songs. Because I feel like a lot of these are ending abruptly, and I don't want to be known as the guy who suddenly stops his songs. I feel like that's probably as close as I'm going to be able to get the mix on stream. Let's do a little more to this one. Let's see. I know for a fact that I need to do more EQ work on basically everything. There is no 808 in this song, so let's just delete that track. Bass. This is a bass. Talking about the guitars not blending well with the synths? Like here? Where do you mean, Ryan? Yeah, maybe less of the bells. Maybe we'll just do like a little bit of it at the end then. Like here. But if I do this, I think what it needs to be is I think I need to get rid of this little kick thing. Because I think that it's distracting from the next part that comes in. So I'll just get rid of this, and I think that this will sound a lot more natural this way. Oh, you know, it helps if I actually make it the whole song. That's pretty cool. You're talking about a transition. Let's see, a transition. For these commissions, I'm using all plugins, Ryan. It takes a lot longer for me to record real guitar because there's a lot more factors that go into it. I have to basically restring. I would have to restring my guitar, and then it's like things like input gain and making sure everything's perfectly in tune. The high end to low end guitars. The high end are louder for some reason. Later, 8-bit. I don't have a favorite word, Emerald Hero. That's a incredibly specific thing to ask. Oh, we did it now. Oh, I'm lagging. That was interesting, wasn't it? As I've said before, I need less of that in my life. Do my plugins include a good acoustic guitar? I'll let you be the judge of that. One sec, Ryan. I'll pull up an acoustic guitar plugin for you. What do you think of this? Just get it to actually go. Is it this? Damn. Yep, that's my that's a plugin I have for acoustic guitar. Yep, it's because it's not a synth. It's real recordings of acoustic guitar. It's just a ton of recordings of them to the point that it to the point that you can basically make it do whatever you want. And there's lots of other strum patterns. I was just using a basic sounding one. No, I was literally just clicking on the virtual keyboard. That was just me clicking different notes on the virtual keyboard, and it was doing that itself. Is there a... So yeah, there's a synth solo on this. I want to listen to the solo again. I remember now what I was doing after or before I got distracted by Ryan asking about acoustic sounds. Everybody blame Ryan in the chat. It's his fault. Just solo this out. 02 is not my favorite. Adult Jahi is my favorite, like I said in chat. And 02 might be my third favorite. We'll see. Second or third favorite. I mean, that's okay, Andrix. Not everybody is suited to have an alpha female as their waifu. Because that's what 02 is. She's an alpha female. I'm gonna treat this like a guitar as well. Isn't it weird how this kind of sounds bad on its own, but like in the mix, it's kind of cool. I find a lot of sounds to be like that, where on their own you're like, oh, that's kind of gross, but then you put it in the context of everything and it can sound really cool. Alright, time to listen to the synth solo by itself. There's like a nasty tone in here I'm not liking. So you know, Carl, well, just enjoy that. You enjoy that while you can. Remember that those awful sounds let you know that you are alive. Find the solo quite off the stream. I'm not sure what that means. But, Carl, the other song I'm working on today, the third song, is actually also your commission. So you get a double up today. Lucky you. Thanks so much, Paul. That's more than fair. You you keep that money, the rest of that money for moving out. You make like a baby and split. Oh wait, no, that's not how that goes. Okay. I think we're getting closer on this mix. Let's have this auto detect because who knows what this is supposed to sound like. Well, it's not a commission for you, Andrex, and if Carl likes it, then we keep the solo. If Carl doesn't like it, we'll lose the solo, though. That's totally in his hands. Hmm. Now the bells. The original Broly backstory was terrible, yes. His newer backstory, his retconned one, is much better. I mean, it's not very good, but it's much better than it was. Okay, specifically Carl, I guess the solo has come into question. What do you think of this solo, this synth solo? That was the synth solo. While I patiently wait for the latency so I can see what Carl thinks, I will probably switch over to the other one. Because Rhea versus Getsis. All right, cool, Carl. Because I also like the synth solo a lot. I think it fits like Rayquaza a lot. and it felt better there than doing a guitar solo. So it's better to switch up what instrument gets the solo. Can't be all guitar solos in every song. I mean, I guess it could, but that doesn't sound very Brandon. It's not the very first synth solo. I mean, I did the organ solo in Deceptive Tyrants, Ethan. It's kind of all the same to me. It's just about what sound I go with for a solo. Okay, I don't remember if this one's quite done, like, musically. And of course, we're gonna have to mix the drums in a moment, but let's kind of give it a listen and see where it is where we're starting from. Oh, that's a lot of pad. Let's turn that down. Thanks so much, Paul. Yeah, this definitely needs more stuff going on here. Let's actually do a little bit of writing on stream. This will be my first time doing this, but I already have kind of an idea of where I'm going with this, so we'll use the same synth sound for now, and I'll change the synth sound in a moment. First things first, let's find out where we are. Looks like we're here. Da, da, da. 16th notes, it's a clave. Clave. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Super Tool's really messing me up today. Still not fast enough, huh? Da, 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 da. Want a Sprite Cranberry. It is about that time of year, huh? And let's make this a little bit more of an intense synth sound, where the other one was kind of gentle. I have like a nice, intense synth lead here. Brutalizer, that sounds promising. Hopefully it's not terrible. That's perfect. Because it's a 3 long part, and it's like awkward. It's awkward in that it's only 3 long, where most musical like sections like this are 4. It's so low that you can't hear it. Make it an octave higher. Another one of these guys. Maybe that. No, Emerald, I think I'm on like episode 4 now of Senko. I don't really have a ton of time. This score better have the, anytime someone says something better have something, I'm like inclined to just not do that. It just sounds like you're trying to like threaten me with something. Like, you better do this. I'm not gonna do it then. I'm just adversarial like that. It frustrates me or annoys me when people say what I should or shouldn't do. The only person whose opinion I care about on these songs is Carl, because he paid for them. Let's see. So I think for this one, because it like does that da, da, so we're gonna simplify it here. This song better have the Brand Yates seal of quality. That's the only thing that I will give these songs for sure, is that I will definitely do my best. Backseat composing. This score better have music. Oh no. I thought I really liked this synth earlier today, but I don't think I like it now. I'm really trying hard here, Carl, to get the sound from that like dubstep section of Ray, that like song you sent me for Rhea, but I'm not finding any like good dubstep bass sounds that sound like scratchy and screechy enough. So we'll dig around a little more. Let's see if we can find something. We're on a preset now called Carnivore. So maybe we just dig around, see what we can find. Oh, that might work. That sounds pretty good for it. I kind of think this guitar part needs to be thicker. I feel like it kind of just cuts to that one note, and it's a little awkward that it cuts to that one note. So maybe we make this section all octaves, like this. Now I want to make a sub bass that kind of matches that sound. That might work. Oh, that doesn't work. I think I like that. Yeah, yes, actually, Ryan. I didn't want to mention anything, but it's a little annoying when I keep getting told this song sounds like this, and I'm like, I've never heard of that other artist, so there's definitely no influence there. Or even if I have heard of the other song, I'm not trying to sound like anything other than what I'm being commissioned to sound like. I just you know, sometimes I just happen to stumble across the same sounds. It's not, you know, there's lots and lots of music out there, and with all the different people that listen, somebody's going to have heard of something that sounds similar to anything I write. Doesn't matter what it is. I could write literally anything, and there'd be someone to be like, "Oh, this sounds like, you know, obscure artist that I listen to." I can't wait until people are clipping my live streams, like making little animations and stuff. We need to get the channel that big so that we can have live stream clips, because I think they'd be pretty funny. Just me out of context. Don't get me wrong, Ryan. Like, sometimes I'm like excited to hear, you know, artists that I might enjoy. Thanks for the supportive dab, Stella. Yeah, I can't help sounding like that Brandon Yates guy. It seems like he and I write a lot of similar stuff. Okay, well, I just realized I never actually did any of that drum production. We just got straight to work on other stuff. I was like, wow, these drums sound really dinky. They sound really small. But the reason was because I haven't done anything to them. Like some kind of noob. Yeah, me and Brandon Yates should collab one of these days. That's what I'll do, is I'll write a song, and then 4 years later I'll finish it. That way I can collab with myself in the future. My legs hurt from sitting the same way for too long. What have we done? No! We just... Thanks, Pro Tools. Everybody just put a thanks, Pro Tools, in chat. It just deleted all my instruments, so I have to reload this session from whenever it last saved. Whenever it last auto-saved. Because I accidentally clicked the wrong thing, and the wrong thing got rid of every single instrument plugin. Oh god. So just one moment while I figure out. It's okay. We only lost about 4 minutes of stuff. Yeah, so that doesn't happen super often, but every now and then, maybe once a month. It's interesting it happened on stream. Yeah, maybe once a month I'll have something like that happen where it just... Pro Tools is trying to be helpful, and it's not helpful. Am I at least on the same synth tones? Okay, I have that synth tone, because I remember about 5 minutes ago apparently we were working on my bass synth. which is now fixed. So I guess we just get back to the drums. I don't know what else I changed in that time, but I guess those changes are gone forever. Because we don't go back in this household. We learn from our mistakes, but we don't go back and dwell on them. Dwelling on mistakes is for people who have more time on their hands. What you should be doing instead of dwelling on your mistakes is not that. And that's a life lesson for you guys. I changed the drums into an awesome guitar solo. That doesn't sound like something I can do. Let alone something I actually would do. Okay. So, it doesn't look like anything was lost, which is good. I don't know about you guys, but I like it when the drums sound good. Are there even any hi-hats in this song? Is this another one with... Yep. Doesn't look like there's a single hi-hat. Okay, well, goodbye forever, hi-hat track. It was nice having you along, but if you're not contributing anything, you're gonna have to get out of here. Okay, I need to stop vaping so much. It's making me cough all stream. Drums are drums. I'm glad someone else understands. Well, I used to smoke, and then I switched over to Juul. So I wouldn't say it's properly like one of those little trash can vape box things. Those things are for nerds. But I use Juul because it keeps me from smoking, except when I'm stressed, and then sometimes I still will buy a pack of cigarettes if I'm stressed. But that's not super often. I actually pretty much never drink alcohol. It's like maybe on the 4th of July and New Year's, and that's it. And even then, it's not very much because I don't really enjoy how alcohol makes me feel. I didn't say I was unhappy with what I'm doing. Allow me some vices, please. Drink cactus juice. It's the quenchiest. They're saying I vape because I switched over to Juul pods from cigarettes. And alright, guys, if I shouldn't vape, I guess I'll just switch back to cigarettes. Thanks for the advice. Ryan gets my sense of humor, at least. Yeah, like, just let me have my vices, guys. Like, everybody's got their thing, and vaping, like, nicotine helps me focus. Like, I get that it's not super good for me. I know that. I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions. I'm here for a good time, not for a long time. Let's see. Among Us seems fun. I still haven't played it with anybody. I would like to at some point if I ever have time in my life for video games again. Someone asked me earlier what video games I've played. I've played lots. I've played several of the Final Fantasy games, lots of the Pokemon games, just kind of stuff that come up today. I've played, let's see, all the Halo games. Well, all the Halo games up to 4, and 4 upset me so badly that I just decided not to play any Halo games after 4 because it was disgusting. The Mass Effect games, a lot of Overwatch, VR chat, which isn't really a game, but it kind of is a game. It has games in it. Yeah, I'm stoked for that remaster. Oh yeah, Borderlands, of course, yeah. I played mostly 2. Wow, that synth was so quiet, I forgot it was there. Let's turn that up. Later, Retro. Let's honestly hope, Dylan, that it's not on PS4, because PS4 is a 7-year-old console at this point. Like, Well, it's time for games to be more modern than stuff that can run on 7-year-old hardware. We can't let games keep getting held back by the PS4 and Xbox One forever. Hola, Thomas. ¿Cómo estás, hermano? Am I a fan of rock and roll? Yeah. I like all kinds of stuff. Ryan, you could get a PS5. Don't get me wrong, like I appreciate when you commission me and stuff, but you could spend that money on a PS5 or, save up and get a computer. Computers are a little bit more powerful. Get you a little bit better of a gaming experience, if you know what I mean. Don't get me wrong, I used to be a console peasant like you. But then I learned, I got a decent gaming PC and I realized that I'd been holding myself back. ¿Se habla un poco español? J'ai parlé français un petit. Sprechen Sie Deutsch un bit? Let's see. Nihongo ga wakarimasu. Sukoshi. So just a little bit of several languages. I'd say my second language is probably Japanese, and then maybe my third would be Spanish. Quick, top 5 most important rock albums in my life. I don't know. Can't put me on the spot and expect me to answer questions like that. I'd have to think about it, like what changed me the most? What made me feel the most feelings? Stuff like that. Learn you some Spanish, Dylan. Language learning is fun, especially when you're trapped in your home, You're self-isolating for one reason or another. Well, there's a certain cornholio disease going around. Hablas en muchos idiomas. Talk is Spanish. Top 5 island records. What? I don't even know what you mean by island records. What is that? Hablo un poquito inglés. English. You wrote English. Inglés? Top 5 of blocking me for 5 minutes. You want that again, Fish? Are you hungry for another mute? If I'm stranded on an island, give me my recording rig. I don't need to listen to other people's music. I need to be working on stuff. I got too many commissions to be listening to other people's music, even if I'm on an island. Sure thing, Nick. I'll get right on that. Hello, Tomas345. What did you miss, Andrex? Everybody talked about how cool you were for a minute, and then we all laughed about it, and then you came back. You basically just missed that. We were just talking about you while you were gone. I'd just say ignore the Nick Dastard person talking about that, because, like, if they need help, they're not going to be typing into a random chat on YouTube. They would be, like, calling 911, spending that same effort. You know? It's a lot easier to type 911 than it is to type out all that stuff you typed. Fish gotta have his purge. Is that one guy still pestering me? Oh, I hid him from the channel, so if he is, nobody knows. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, and I hid him from the channel, so none of us can see his stuff anymore. And he hasn't messaged me again on Twitter. Maybe I blocked him on Twitter as well, I don't remember. But he hasn't... Yeah, I have... It has ended. I ended it. Di algo en español. ¿Qué? I don't, no comprende. You're gonna have to learn yourself. I don't know when the Hulk vs. Broly music's coming. Presumably when the episode does. Slap on some ozone. Immediately after the drum opening. Are you talking about this, Ryan? Because that instrument is actually a, it's strings. That's a cello. But it's a cello with some distortion and effects on it. I get experimental at times. Kind of sounds like an organ almost. But has like a different flavor to it. Now talk about good timing. This stream, we're at 5:46, and you know I like to do about 2 hours. And we got through 3 tracks. So let's give this a listen, and let's go back and listen to the other 2 we worked on today. And then we'll do the Q&A, and we'll get this wrapped up. Carl in the chat is the person who commissioned it, so you'll have to ask them the connections. We're currently working on Rhea versus Getsus. Yeah, that's actually really solid. Kind of surprising, because this was one of the ones I was having trouble with initially. So I'm glad that it kind of came together. It got there. Anyone know Japanese? Know what's on the Hulk Broly art? Give me a sec, I'll give it a look. Hulk versus Broly album cover, huh? That sure is potato quality. Tell you what, I don't recognize that kanji, but I got a friend who will. Give me just a moment to crop that in, and we'll send it over to my friend. And see what he thinks. The one on the right it looks like a ri. Yeah, it looks like the hiragana for ri. R-I, ri. but like a Japanese R. Ri, rari, ru, re, ru. But I've got a friend who lives in Japan, and I'm asking him. So if he answers before the stream ends, I'll let you know. Okay. So we just heard Rhea versus Getsis. Let's listen back to Rayquaza versus Bahamut, and then let's get back to the Vocaloid matchup song, and let's just give those all listens as we start to get towards the end of this thing. Oh, my friend already got back to me. He's telling me what it says right now. He just has, it says. So, oh, it says angry. He like did it in all emoji. It's just like angry and like balloon letters. So yeah, it just says angry, guys. That's funny to me. Okay, let's listen to this track now. Ethan in chat is one of the two people, and the other is he goes by Deck. D-E-K, Deck. Yes, Final Fantasy VI is the best Final Fantasy. Yes, Kefka is the best villain. I'm glad you guys have good taste in my chat. What if what? The what if is, these are fan matchups for the show I work on. So the what if is, what if this were an actual episode in the show that I work on? And let's switch over to the Miku versus Amami one. Because this one is, was what the stream was supposed to be about, and then we did 3 tracks instead of the 1. I do agree. I think bringing Pikachu back would be a good idea. Or more Pokemon in general. You getting out of here, Andrex? You don't want to hear the Vocaloid fight one more time? Let's see. Hello again, Paul. Oh. Lead guitar is lagging a little bit. Guess I should have given the session a little bit longer to open up, huh? Okay. Should be good now. Buenas noches, Tomás. And I think Cameron still loves Pokemon. Cameron and I both still love Pokemon. Alright, well, see you later, Dad. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Sure, I'll block you for 5 minutes, Fish, but I already have over 10,000 subscribers. He doesn't. He's just asking for timeouts, Ryan. He's not actually doing anything wrong. Wait, is 10,000 the sub goal on there? It should be. No, it says subscriber total is 11,700. My PC repair fund says 130, but it's actually closer to 150 now. I need to update it. Nice. Yep. Yeah, I don't mind if it's just fish. Like, I'm not gonna do that for everybody. But yeah, he literally just asks to be timed out, and I don't mind doing that for one person. I'm not gonna do it for literally everybody, but for there just to be this one guy who keeps getting timed out, I think that's funny. Oh. All right, well, we're a little bit after the hour, so if you guys want to swap over to just maybe a shorter Q&A today, I feel like if we drag it out too long, it kind of everybody starts asking about more. Yeah, this one is gonna. I believe this one has lyrics. Yeah, this one has 2 female vocalists on it. I just have to write some lyrics, get some scratch vocals on there, send them to the 2 girls. Yeah, I think that means he has to reveal why he likes being blocked since he said 10,000. Yeah, I'm also using Streamlabs OBS. Okay. Just slap on a couple musics. I'm gonna sort out my plans for next week. This weekend, I haven't given it any thought yet. I've been fully focused this week on what I've been doing this week. So let's just put some chill tracks. I don't want to have anything too intense this time around while we end the stream. Let's see. Here's one of these. We'll start with this instrument. OBS seems to work pretty well, yeah. I mean, I haven't tried any competitors or anything. How much? The amount of content for me next season? I'm not certain yet, because like we're still sorting out next season. But I'm pretty sure Therewolf is back on board for next season, so I think we'll go back to normal. By the way, I have an album dropping in four days called Death of a Ghost. You can pre-save it on Spotify. It will be out in 4 days. 22nd. Drops at midnight worldwide. Should be New York time midnight, but it's same time for everybody. On the current batch, how many have lyrics? I only think like a handful, maybe like five to 7, somewhere in that range. All right, Carl, thanks for stopping by. I know you're out there on the other end of the world, so I appreciate you sticking with me. And I'm glad you like the tracks. Honestly, AAA, I type it in manually before each stream. They don't change. You'll notice they don't change as the stream goes on. I just update them at the end of the stream or before the next stream starts. Some non-music YouTubers that I like to watch. I watch a lot of I watch Thrill Seeker. He does like VR content because I do a lot of VR. I watch a lot of Linus Tech Tips. Sometimes I'll put on some of the guys from Hermitcraft, Mumbo Jumbo and Grian and Good Times with Scar. If I'm like wanting to multitask. I haven't watched the Mandalorian finale yet. I'm gonna watch it with my girlfriend after the stream, so don't spoil anything. But what was I talking about before that? I got all flustered about the Mandalorian. Anyway, see if we can find another question. Oh yeah, non-music YouTubers. I like watching the Hermitcraft guys when I'm not when I don't have to focus on them, because like I can have them in the background while I'm doing something else, and that tends to be pretty good. I'm pretty sure that Kenny Omega reached out to me to do theme music for him a long time ago, and I missed the email. So I'm not positive though, like that's not a confirmed thing. I'm pretty sure Kenny Omega asked me to do a theme song for him, and I just like missed that email because I don't use my email as much. Would I rather have the Force or own a lightsaber? I'd rather have the Force 100 times over. Not because of the reason Wiley said, but because it just feels cooler. It's like telekinesis, some slight mind reading and mind control powers, the ability to sense people's presence, a lot of stuff. Being able to, if you're a good side, you can project your avatar places, and if you're evil, you can shoot lightning. Little V Mills is also on the Killer Instinct OST. Huh. Didn't know that. Pickles or onions? Both. Gotta be ketchup, mustard, pickle, onions on your McDonald's burger, right? But pretty much always both for pickles and onions. If I had to choose one, I guess, on my sandwich, I'd have to go with the pickle, because the pickle is the perfect topping for a burger. Like the tartness of it and the crispy crunch. It's like a texture break from the beef and the bread. So both texture and flavor wise, it's the perfect counterpart to a burger. I do not know who Jeffrey Keaton is. No. Favorite dipping sauce? Probably spinach dip, but like it's got to be good spinach dip. My aunt makes this spinach dip that's actually incredible. I'm really looking forward to it for Christmas. She makes it and brings it on the holidays. What's my thoughts on furries? You do you, boo. It's not really my thing, but like if the art's done well, I don't mind it. I mean, I grew up watching Disney movies. You think about that Robin Hood Disney movie. They were all anthropomorphic, and it never bothered me. It doesn't actively bother me. It's just not really I don't have a special interest in it. Tea or coffee? Both. I love tea and I love coffee. And I love tea so much that I have a cat named Tea. And yes, Ryan, if you want to link my Discord, just be sure to give people the role as they come into the server. Would I rather be Earth, Water, Fire, or Airbender? I think that if Avatar were real, I would be a Firebender, but I would rather be a Waterbender. It feels like the most powerful element. Water's in everything. Hot chocolate's a distant third to tea and coffee. Pardon me, my lack of a gallbladder is acting up, so if I have pauses in my talking, that's why. I get heartburn from it sometimes. My favorite soda is Jones Cream Soda. followed probably by A&W root beer from the restaurant A&W, not the canned stuff. Although the canned stuff's okay. What power would I give my OC? I have several OCs. The character that you see in front of you, Friday, she's just kind of like Captain America, but even more. So she's got like, she's just super strong and fast, like with hyper reflexes and stuff. But, and like a slight healing factor, I guess. But I have other characters. One who's like a super genius who basically, I mean, he just invents stuff. And then I've got another who's an illusionist and uses it in combat situations, like shows himself to be where he's not actually, so they swing at the wrong place and then he hits them when they're off balance. Mountain Dew just tastes like acid to me. I used to love Mountain Dew as like a teenager, but now it just tastes like pure acid and poison. No, Friday does not have a shield, and that's the character's name is Friday. She does not have a shield. She's just a punch grill. She just punches really hard. Sometimes she kicks really hard. Fish, you gotta say why, because I got 10,000 subscribers, and you said... I think it depends on the story, Dylan. If we're making a Continent Buster character, you know, as long as the opponents are also at that level... If the opponents are at that level, then I don't mind. Am I S or M? Yes. Let's see. Do you base the benders on the race of their nation or martial art it's based on? I don't know. For me, I was just thinking about my birth sign. I'm a Leo, so fire. And also it most matches my personality. I'd rather be able to one-punch anything or survive anything. I mean, I feel like one-punching anything is more powerful of an ability, but I'd rather survive anything. I think one-punching anything would answer a lot of questions. You know, I would just like, anytime you have an issue, you just be like, I'm just gonna one-punch it. It's like, you said anything too. You said I could one-punch anything. So like, you're struggling with your existential dread. Nah, you just one-punch it. It's gone. You don't have existential dread anymore. You sad? One-punch your sadness. It's gone. So yeah, I changed my answer. My answer is one-punch. I'll one-punch literally anything. You didn't spell it, dude. You typed 1 and then 4 zeros. That's 10,000. You gotta tell me why you like being timed out, and then I'll time you out. I'm just a guy who makes music for fun. Any thoughts on Iron Maiden? They have some pretty good riffs. Not really a huge fan of those style of vocals, but you know, everybody's got their own taste. Any JRPGs I want to play? I think I've played most of them that I want to. I've heard good things about the Tales of series. And I've also heard lots of good stuff about Chrono Trigger, and I haven't played that. Have I made every song I'm working on public? No, I'm still working on them, so they're not public yet. But oh, if you're talking about if I've streamed every song I'm currently working on, no. Like, I only start streaming a song once it's close to done. There's like a bunch that are still in the earlier stages. But I'd rather fly or teleport. It depends. Do I have any kind of flight resistance? Any ability to not get bugs in my face and, you know, and birds and not get shredded to pieces by the weather? Also, is the teleportation like, do I just show up at the other place, or do I have to know exactly where I'm going? There's too many questions with flying and teleporting, because like, also, if I teleport, am I dying? Like, do I disintegrate? Do I disintegrate and then like a new version of me just shows up in the next spot? Yes, Paul. That's exactly what I do. That's what all these have been, are commissions for people who have paid. And I mean, I can't speak to whether or not it's kick butt on its own, but people who hire me seem to enjoy the stuff that I'm doing. So, okay, would I rather fly or have teleportation, and I can have resistances and stuff? Then I'll definitely go with flight, I think. Am I a chest or a butt kind of guy? I'm an ass man, 100%. All about the booty. In fact, I have a rap song in the pipes, but it's been in the pipes for years. It's just all about butts. I just think it'd be really funny to drop a rap song that's just all about butts. Not even hiding it. Don't get me wrong, both are nice. The titty and the booty and thighs. But really, there's not a lot of parts of women that aren't nice, you know? Attractive women are attractive. Pretty much everywhere. I don't know much about the SCPs, no, Hannibal. I appreciate you sticking around, AAA. Money Waffles got the jokes. You're welcome to cringe about it. Like, guys are attracted to girls, that's normal. If you cringe at the fact that men are attracted to women, then not much I can do about that. Yeah, abs are nice. Everywhere. Friday does have a wakizashi, but doesn't really use it often. Because, like, why use a sword when you can just punch people into chunks? Or, like, punch out their gut plug, like in Kung Pao, into the fist. Like, I'm not a doctor or anything, but I don't think that's possible. If Pokemon existed in real life, my team would consist of, I don't know, Glaceon, probably, Absol, Gardevoir. I'm assuming you couldn't get legendaries, because it's real life. I don't know, I am Brandon. I might have one legendary. So I guess my legendary would be like Articuno. And let's see. Probably just an extra Gengar, because I'm sure my girlfriend would have so many Gengars that I would end up with one. Ryan, you should link the Discord link. And thanks for stopping by, Ryan. Yes, Retro, I have a cat and my girlfriend has a cat. My girlfriend has a cat named Tux, and I have a cat named T. I think Smarts is definitely better than Strength. I'm on the Sinku side of Dr. Stone. I mean, there's a certain appeal to, like, the might makes right mentality, but ultimately it's wrong. Katana, gun, or both? Yeah, a katana in one hand and a gun in the other hand. Gotta do that gun kata from that one movie with Christian Bale. I enjoy chess. I've been playing chess since I was a kid, so I'm relatively good. I've never tried to get myself properly ranked or anything, though. I have never seen Detroit Metal City, no. Bob Dylan versus Kano. Isn't that just Kano, like, destroying Bob Dylan? Oh yeah, Equilibrium, thanks. Yeah, that's the name of that movie. Favorite antagonist that had a point or that I just feel bad for? I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that one, Wiley. I have not seen Gridman, no. How do I deal with procrastination? I just do the thing. AAA, the secret to dealing with procrastination is you have this feeling of resistance. You have this feeling of resistance that stops you from doing stuff, and you just ignore that. You just go and you do the thing. I mean, it sounds like I'm talking some foreign language, but you just... I guess a trick that helps some people is, let's say you need to, I don't know, start working on the song, but you don't really feel like it. Well, you might be able to work on the song for 5 minutes. So just tell yourself, I'll work on it for 5 minutes. And then if you're done with the 5 minutes and you really feel like stopping, then stop. But if it turned out you were just struggling to get started and working on it for 5 minutes made you get in the zone to work on it more, then work more. And you know, that's what I'll do if I'm ever feeling like putting stuff off, is I'll say, okay, I'll just do a little bit, and then if I feel like I can tolerate doing more, I do more. And usually I can. Usually I just didn't want to get started. I watched Bakugan a little bit when it was coming out, but I don't remember anything about it. And yes, I have watched Metalocalypse. That's my bread and butter you're messing with. Flying motorcycle or gun sword? That's a hard choice. Probably flying motorcycle. Feels more practical. Then I can be the super devil. Top 5 blocks of fish. I don't know what that even means. My favorite sword user. That's a tough one. Depends if, like Joker uses a knife. Joker from Persona 5 uses a knife, so I don't know. Any video games I've played, multiplayer specifically? Overwatch, a fair bit. Like, I know Overwatch really well. And then, League of Legends, just a very little bit. I own Among Us, but I really don't ever play it. I literally have never played it. See, what other multiplayer games? I do a lot of VR chat. Well, I used to do a lot of VR chat. I haven't had time lately. That's funny. Purple Bazaar. I wanted to do rock music at first and ended up in a metal band, ended up in a deathcore band. And I started on bass, and then they moved me to guitar, and then I was guitar and backing vocals, and then I was one of the 2 vocalists only, like we just did vocals. And then I was the only vocalist, and the other vocalist switched over to playing guitar. I wasn't flying, it was falling with style. I have never made a Sonic OC. This has nothing to do with Hulk vs. Broly, Copen. Have I tried a Nintendo game recently? Nice Toy Story references. Have I tried a Nintendo game recently? Let's see. The last new Nintendo game I played was probably Animal Crossing. My girlfriend recently got Ring Fit, and I got her Sonic Racing, but I haven't played on my Switch for a while. I'd say Merry Biscuit. Mary Biscuit's a good opponent for Fish Junior. Or maybe that person whose name is like for the win, FTW. Yeah, tips for making a Sephiroth versus Dark Samus track. Don't make it an online sequencer. Because online sequencers are terribly unreliable. Try downloading Reaper. Reaper isn't properly free, but it's like reminderware. So you can download it for free and use it for free, and it'll just ask you to pay, but you can always just hit I will, or you can always hit I'll pay later, as long as you want, basically, until you have the money to properly buy it. And then you can learn that program. How do I like my eggs? Over medium. Over medium with a lot of pepper and some hot sauce. Typically I like them mixed in with hash browns, maybe some bacon. Yeah, you, FTW. You and Fish Jr. Death battle matchup. How does one submit cover art? I guess you could send me the cover art on Twitter, like in a DM. Don't tweet me publicly. I don't know what it is. I don't like public tweeting too much. I feel like it's like talking on a platform. It's like me and one other person talking at each other on a platform where everyone can see, and something about that is weird to me. But yeah, Dude Blade, if you want to send cover art, you can DM it to me. AAA, if you want to do death battle reactions, just don't show the whole video. Like, react to it and show clips of the video, maybe. Purple Bazaar, I used to be super good at Guitar Hero. I used to be able to play, like, songs on Expert without looking at the screen. I would actually walk out of the room with the wireless guitar, and I would, like, have conversations with other people, and while playing, like, some songs on Expert. But I haven't played Guitar Hero in a long, long time. Not since it was popular. You know, like mainstream popular when it was really huge back in like 2008. And I had it for the original Wii. Like, I couldn't properly play Through the Fire and Flames on Expert or anything, but I could play a lot. Well, you use Blender to edit? Dude, that's it's weird. I mean, I guess if it works for you. Opinion on turtles? That's... my opinion on turtles is the old meme. I like turtles. They're alright. They're pretty cute. Kind of stink, though. Keep them in a room where I don't have to smell them. Later, Daniel Wood. I recommend to try to do what I do. What is I gonna do today? Thanks so much, Grand Bull. What would I recommend to do? Okay, well, first I'd recommend learning probably guitar. And then after you got a solid grasp on guitar, I'd recommend learning Pro Tools, the software that I use. And it's gonna be an investment if you want to do it like I do it. It's gonna be an investment. And then after you've got the basics of Pro Tools down, you basically can do whatever you want from there. Like, you can grow out from there. Because Pro Tools will unlock everything for you, but it's useful to know an instrument first. And I recommend guitar because guitar is a good, like, starter instrument. Guitar or piano. Piano will work too. Granville made it in right as the stream was ending. Rock versus paper versus scissors. Gotta give it to scissors. And Death Clock absolutely murders Tenacious D. Tenacious D takes a rip off their bong, and Death Clock just murders them. Probably on accident. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream there. Thanks so much for showing up. We're gonna play the most important song to play during the stream as we shut this guy down. So ending soon. I'm gonna mute myself.
Bend your knees and snap like a crab. What's the matter with you? Quit stealing from the Three Stooges.